Hello and welcome to today's video on how to create HotStandby on DSS Pro. First of all, we need to go through all the configuration checklist before installing the HotStandby. And first of the steps is operating system. We need to check whenever we have the version of the Windows the same on both computers. So we type in the CMD Windows version, and as you can see here we have Windows 11 23H2. Now we check the second PC where we will have the HotStandby. And as you can see here, we have also 23H2. In here, the second thing we have to check is host name. So we will search for host name. It's DSS2. And we will do the same on the second PC, and the host name should not be the same. DSS1, and also the host name should not contain any hyphen or underscore. Third step is network adapter. We need to have at least 2 network cards on both computers. So if we go here, we will see that we have 2 network cards. Both of them need to be in a different sub network. So as you can see here, this is in 0.1, and the second one is in 0.2. It's the same IP ending with 65, but different sub network. Same goes for the second PC. As you can see here, it's 0.1183, and the second network card is 0.2183. In the next step, we need to check if the ports used by HotStandby are free to use. So for that, you need to open command line and then use this command to check these ports: 7320, 7330, 3000, 7304, 7350. If the line under the command, so if you put the command like this, is empty, this means that the port is not occupied. If you see some process here and the process ID, you need to kill this process and make sure that the process will not occupy this port anymore, because it needs to be used by HotStandby. Now we need to check if both servers, the main and the HotStandby, are in the same time zone. So we go to settings, time and language, and here you can see the time zone. We have UTC +1, Belgrade, Bratislava. Also these cities need to be the same. And when we go to the second server, you can also see that in time and language, the time zone is the same: UTC +1, Belgrade, Bratislava, Budapest. So please make sure that you have this set up correctly. Now you can install the DSS, and after you install the DSS, make sure that the plugins and everything are the same. Also, the version of the DSS needs to be the same, so we can check this in About section. So as you can see here, we have this version, and when we check on the second server, we have the exactly same version. Also, these numbers need to be the same. So as you can see here, it's 21423, and here it's also 21423. So install the exactly same version. Also, if you install the AQPIC on the main server, install AQPIC on the sub server. If you install a retail module on the main, also on the sub, and so on and so on. So make sure that it's consistent. Now you need to install the replicator tool that you received together with the license. So after you unzip it, you open the exe file and go through these steps. So read the license agreement, click on agree, install it, for example, on C drive. Be sure that you have enough space on the drive where you are installing it. And now you can click on finish and do the same on the second PC. So on this HotStandby, you see this is the zip file. After you unzip it, you can install the exe. Now after it's installed, you will choose which PC will be the hot standby one and which PC will be the main PC. So in this case, this PC 165 will be the main server. We'll just open the replicator tool here. And on the second PC 183, I want this to be the hot standby computer. On both computers, make sure that the services are running. So when you open the task manager, you should see here 3 services. First of them, of course, you will have DSS services here. First is this one, HA service. The second one should be as monitor service. And the third one should be replicator service. So it's this one. As you can see, all of them are running on this computer. And on this one, HA service is here. Replicator service is here. And as monitor service is here. So everything is running. If you have some antivirus software installed, make sure that the replicator tool is put into the allow list of the antivirus and therefore is not restricted. And now we can continue with the steps. Now, in the configuration wizard, click on Next and add a new server. Here, you need to put the IP address of your main server. So in our case, it's this one, 165. Now you can see that it pulled automatically the server name. And you can see here in the logs that the server was added successfully and also the login was successful. Now we add the standby server. So it's this one, 183. After we click on Next, you can see that it was logged in automatically. And now we need to put the license here. You should already have the license prepared. And after you have it, you just import it here. Also do the same with the second license. Okay, the licenses are activated. Now we can click on Next Step. Here we click on Add, and we need to select the port for heartbeat. So it means that it's usually the second network card that is used for checking if the server is alive. So here we can select the second network card, and same for the DSS2 server. We don't need to change these parameters and just click on OK. Here, just make sure that the data field is modified to your actual IP address of the server. So in our cases, it's 1.183, and on the main server, it's 1.65. So here we'll modify it, click on OK, and as you can see here, the data are on 0.165 and 0.1183, but the heartbeat, the HBT means heartbeat, is on the other range. If you click on modify, you can also modify the heartbeat check interval of hundreds of milliseconds, and also how many packets can be missed before it's counted as offline server, so the hot standby takes over. After you add these addresses here, please make sure that these ports are also allowed in your network if you have some restrictions of the network, these ports need to be allowed. Now we click on Next, and here we select the resource group. So in here we should select user define, select simple wizard, and click on Next step. And here we have to select bind data and modify. Now we need to select the folder where DSS is installed. So in our case, it's here. And in version 8.7, which is our version, you need to select the fields that are mentioned in the manual that you can receive together with the license. And these are the fields. So the first one is for images, the second one is for offline maps. So if you upload a raster map, it will be saved here. These are the fields that you need to select for databases. If you want to, you can select more fields, but these are the required ones. So account.ini, then MySQL, DSS folder, this IBData1 and IBLogFile0 files. If you will have retail module installed after this installation, here under data you will see the retail folder for the retail module, the energy folder for DSS energy module, and for DSS smart education module you will see education folder. If you have these modules and you want to have them restored on the HotStandby, you should select them too. For video storage, you should go under SS, and here we will have a file named record plan XML. So it's this one, and then alarm relation database. This one. These are for video storage. Now we select the time zone files. So we go here under JRE folder, and here we will select lib folder, and under that it will be tzdb.dat. So this one is for time zone files. If you are using certificates on your DSS server, you should also select these folders. These are mandatory. So under DSS, it will be the cert folder, this one, then open SSL/bin, then Nginx, and under that conf, and under that SSL and SOCMS. Then under Nginx, it should be web, and under web, it should be app. So this one. So these are the files for certificate folders. Now we need to select folders for messages. So under DSS server, we will find ActiveMQ. and we will select folder bin, and folder under bin it will be win64 and wrapper.conf, and under configuration folder it will be credentials enc properties, this one. And for platform settings we will go under DSS server and select settings.ini. So it's here, this one, then info.cfg, this one, then cms.cfg, this one, account.ini, this one, and under web client we will select conf module, and it will be the whole folder, and then bin folder, and web apps conf, this. And under that, sorry, not whole folder, but configuration common temp properties, this one. Now we click on OK, and we will select delete orphan files when verifying on mirror, and also use verify difference. We can also leave on here, use data log in standby server. Also we can turn on auto snapshot option, and also these two fields for monitoring standby data change, and also delayed coverage of target data. Now in this tab, IP resource, we will add the virtual IP. So here we need to select the active IP address of the server, so 165 and 183. And here we will select the virtual IP. In my case, I selected IP address 1.67, and mask will be 255.255.255.0. Now we can select the skip as source except active IP, and click on OK. Now we go to next step, and here we will click on add, and from the services we will select DSS Professional, and now click on OK. Now we click on next. Here we don't have to fill anything, and we click on next and finish. Now, after we have set up everything correctly, we can turn on the standby application. So we right click on the cube and click on bring in. Now we need to confirm that the data will be overwritten. Click on yes, and wait until it starts up. Now we see that the app is running and everything is green. Here on the right side you can see that the connection is okay. If you have any problems with this, maybe it will show you that the data is inconsistent. You just right click here, click on data, and select data source. It will show you that it's possible to click on here if the data are inconsistent between these two. It can happen for the first time. After it happens and you select which data is correct, usually the main server data, you can click on it, and then the app will run correctly. Now, after the services are successfully started, you can log into the server by going to this IP address, so the virtual IP address of the both servers. And now you can see here that I tried the switch over that was performed on the HotStandby, and I switched back to the active server of main server 165. So the DSS will give you a prompt about this. Now I already did this, but after the first login and initializing, if you didn't do so before, you will need to activate the license. You can do it either by online activation or offline activation, and after you do it, you can work on the server like on normal DSS server. So you can just go to devices, add devices, create events, and do everything as you want according to your needs. So we can add device from this list, for example. And you can see here that the device is added and online. And now after we do the switch over, we can initialize it manually by clicking right click here and select switch. It will ask us if we want to do this operation. We click on yes, and after it's done, you work on the standby server and everything continues as normally with all the devices connected and everything working as before. After the switch over is successful and the services are running, you can now open the DSS client, and as you can see here, it's already switched over and you can work with connected devices and everything like normally before. So thank you for watching, and I wish you a pleasant day. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section.